Thank you very much, gentlemen. We are into the action here, of course. Looking forward to getting into this. There's a lot to talk about, and I think that the desk has only just scratched the surface with this one. No wasting time. Straight peek in mid here from 3D Max. They will get the first kill as well. So able to open things up. BlameF holding out in Banana and nearly loses his head. Not quite, but able to back off and fight a little bit later on. However, it looks very, very good for 3D Max. Unless Jacasmo, the new blood, can get anything done. I mean, that second is pretty quick before he goes down. Maybe he has created some space here.
Yeah, welcome into playoffs. We are straight into the action. B-side's taken. Maka gonna clear back. It's really all about Blame here. He's got to buy a little bit of time for this rotation to come over, but they can't deny this bomb going down. Post-spawn setup, XSC, shoulder spotted. Two around the corner, but they're both very low as well. Jambo quick on the trade, but he has got a sliver HP to work with. In this 2 versus 2, Maka resets himself, but he might be walking straight in towards Fear. He loses his head as Maka finds it, all on the shoulders of a very low Jambo to bail them out here in the 1 versus 2. Does not have a kit. He should be dead to rights in a spot like this, and time so far ticked. 3D Max playing the patient game. And it feels like this won't change. It's going to be the first round going the way of the French side as Maka closes it. A fantastic pistol from him. 3 kills to his name. And 3D Max start really, really well.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
Could be a pretty well-timed nade here. Big damage definitely on the cards.
Start.
Nice, fine. The trade of the nade, though, is pretty clean. BlameF on this upgraded M4. Pretty rare to see. Fear's going to lose his head through the smoke. Kind of a wild round. A lot of very, very cheeky kills. But like I say, this M4 still in play.
Oh, yeah.
Close enough. Nice find to give the numbers across to Fnatic here. The digits, of course, punched in. But can they really hold on to this bomb site? Not got loads of time to secure the post plant. Some decent re-smokes will allow them that. Crim's coming in from Banana. He's at the very least going to get information that they are both in towards this site area, but, you know, scout on the retake, lack of kit, obviously not going to be ideal. Crim's moves up to this Galil, so keep your eyes on him and what he's able to do. There's not loads of time remaining, to be honest. XSC's just has to play that clock, and I think he will get this one done. Still, some very, very, very good damage coming in from Fnatic. They will both cross each other, and don't know if BlameF survives, actually. Yeah, he's a bit too close to the bomb. All the same, 3D Max take number 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's a work for that one, though. It's very expensive.
Pretty heavy bonus buy, I think, from 3D Max is maybe one of my issues. Again, you got to try and work against the instincts, but it would have been good to maybe see another rifle here. You really do pigeonhole yourself into a certain approach in this round. Jambo has been waiting for a good couple minutes to get away with that peek. And they do indeed play to the parameters here. Nice and pacey through the apartments. Jambo missing a few shots there. Still even as the dust settles here on the A-bomb site, but 3D Max bomb plant on the cards.
Really had to hit that one of those shots coming out from balcony, and unfortunately for Jambo, a little bit flustered in that situation. Honestly, if you're Fnatic in this spot, you might even start to angle for the save as well. Time starts to tick, and I mean, sure, there's a kit in play on the back pocket of Fear, but if you can't get an early kill, you just don't have the kind of the time, the space to clear all of these angles. So I think, yeah, you can see it now. Unfortunately, a little bit of kind of where we're at with Inferno, a bit of that save simulator, but I can't really blame Fnatic here. The thing that we're talking about, though, that was a bonus round for 3D Max. They came in with 3 Mac 10s, 2 AKs, and they make a round of that stick. It puts you in such a good position. It's not massively expensive for Fnatic. They can still buy back in towards this next round. Like we were saying, Jambo, he's just got to hit one of those shots. Even if he gets one shot there, that round is, the whole landscape of that round is so different. Then you really are tempted to go in. It's a 2 versus 3 on the retake, favorable, but not to be that time. Jacasmo, he eats that nade, but he gets away just about alive as he finds Maka. He'll finally fall to the hands of Lucky. There's still more damage dealt both ways. Body and Lucky tagged a little low, but Fear not exactly super healthy himself, and he might be about to eat another nade. It actually goes deeper on towards Crims. The molly comes through as well. That'll isolate the fight. That's a good play from 3D Max just to split up this defense towards B.
Yeah, 2 Molotovs as well, right? Which really forces him forwards. He cannot escape. So everything looking up for 3D Max. We'll see if they can fully convert things here. The M4 moving through the smoke. Whoa, Jambo on the Deagle. Maybe if Flame F had also gotten an unlikely kill. We could have been talking about it, but not going to happen. Exorcist on high, who's a man that I think has been sort of freed up a bit in this 3D Max team recently with all these structural and IGL changes.
Yeah, he's definitely the one, right? For me, I mean, we spoke about this so much at the Perfect World Challenge, where it was the guy that really feels like it has been revitalized over towards 3D Max is Exorcist. He looks so confident. He looks a lot freer, as we were kind of talking about. I think he's given a lot of kind of free space to express himself a little bit, and it's been fun to watch. I feel like he's backing himself in a lot of these fights. And hey, so far so good. 7 kills for him, 2 in this round. Body will fall, but Exorcist should be able to trade here. He can't as Crims doubles down. I don't think it's going to have too much of an effect on the round. He'll get out with the save. It's still another round for 3D Max, but at the very least, Fnatic is still keeping things expensive.
Vibe check with the team is probably what they've gone over. Tactically, it's not all that deep on the CT side of Inferno, but just keeping the comms up. Not letting it get to them. Oh, lovely moves here. Flame F with the touchdown nade. I mean, that's not even what it was designed for. It was to break the smoke, but he gets a kill for good measure. And a solid man advantage for probably the first time on this map for Fnatic.
Oh, it's a bold swing by Jacasmo, but he's going to get 2 for it. As he finds gravity as well. All on the shoulders of Exorcist. We were just singing his praises, but this is a next to impossible round. A 1 versus 5 for the Frenchman. One recovered. I mean, sure, he's got plenty of time, but what do you do in a spot like this? He has no idea about how many players are actually even towards B. You know, there's a lot of presence here. He's also got to be so cautious. There will be a flank brewing at some point. And it's something he's got to have in the back of his mind. Jacasmo playing deep in towards dark. Actually, he's got a molly. Got a smoke as well. Smoke CT, molly dark, or molly new box. Either way would be good. But he's going for contact. Oh, he spots the shoulder of fear. That's where the molly comes down. Smoking towards front side as well. Jacasmo shoulder spotted. That's 2 players found out. The CT player of Flame F, though, is the one to see it off. It's a flawless round for Fnatic, and that's the type of round they want to see. And just what we were talking about as well, right?
And just, again, gives them that tweak of control into this round that will keep 3D Max guessing, at least early on in the round. Top banana control coming in. Oh, I'd get that released. Yeah, they're a little giddy on the other side of things. They really do want to push through towards this B bomb site sooner rather than later. A lack of utility here as well for 3D Max means that there's just not a lot of options other than pushing forwards. The only way is through here for this squad. Jacasmo trying to hold from back pillar. Not quite going well, and he will eventually fall. Man advantage 3D Max looks good. All the kills just keep rolling in, and the B bomb site secured.
Lurk player by Exorcist will be caught by Blame F, but this is just going to be a save call for Crimson Blame. Unfortunately, nothing they can do in terms of a look in back towards this B site. It'd be so unlikely that it stops at 6.
It's also such a kind of beautiful thing to see from, you know, a high-level team at the moment that is one of these gatekeeper teams that we like talking about for the top level. Playing a bit faster, playing kind of aggressive, you know? They're not just sort of walking around for a minute and then going back and forth. They're not afraid to take the fights, and, well, you can see why. They find great success. Maybe a hold here for Fear. The transfer is clean. And you could certainly see it from that angle that he was going to get away with a couple. So he has stemmed the tide. He has slowed them down here. Big fight towards middle. Crims, you got to be careful. Oh, that's a gun difference, the dink for dink. However, Exorcist traded out. Maka does his duty as well. It's back. It's 4th. But it's a 2-on-1 for 3D Max.
Yeah, and it's just a foot race to the A site, really. I like the idea of what Maka does there. He drops the bomb. He knows that there is a chance that Fear could have early rotated, but Body picks it up and run the whole way. And again for Fear. I mean, do you actually give this a look in? Right? It's a 1 versus 2, so numbers-wise, it doesn't feel too bad. I mean, he's quick on the flank here. He just about missed the timing of dropping the bomb, but this is a tough round for him. You got a belt of util to work with, a kit, but he's just got 11 points of HP. That's the thing that makes life so difficult in this round. To isolate these fights for Fear would be generational, and Maka will stop it short. 7-1.
So I don't know that these, you know, sort of Passion UA boys, as it were, that are in this team, are going to have the same drive to get their voice heard. Either way, back into the action here after a small podcast episode, of course. Big damage, but Fear will actually find the kill. Thought he would be the one to go down. BlameF has backed him as well. You talked about brute forcing some aggression in places, and
that's good from kind of a change-up from Fnatic. They've seen there's been a lot of early banana presence from 3D Max, so we're going to send 3 there early and pepper Util down. XSC, nice clear, nice understanding, and of course, with Crims being there, there's got to be another short player. Who boosted him up? Where is he? This round's far from over. Despite the initial 2 kills going the way of Fnatic, Fear is low, and they're starting to piece together this puzzle. Cosmo spotted, dropped as well, all on the shoulders of Blame. He'll peek around the corner, he'll drop the bomb. It's a little bit too easy, but Jambo's going to fall. If that bomb can go back towards the B-side, Maka, what are we doing? We're walking straight into danger. Bomb dropped. It's a 1 versus 1. It's all on the shoulders of XSC, but Fear will pick up the orb. 5 points of HP. And the IGL's got to leave, but look at the time. Less than 15 seconds. He's got to pick up this bomb and plant basically immediately. I don't think he can win off that alone. Fear, he doesn't even really need to peek until he hears the tap. That's the open plant as well. He's going to give him the plant. He's going to give him the plant. Hang on. This will change things. Fear so low. He's playing up towards Pillar. Oh, and XSC is going to win it. Fear, too patient. He needed to be a little bit more aggressive there. XSC bails them out.
Yeah. But I think, you know, Blame could have gotten a little bit wider in that round, a bit more confident. Fear, obviously, we saw right at the end. So I think, again, there are some nerves for Fnatic. There's also got to be careful playing these moments not to lose. Jambo.
That's it.
He's on the winning way.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. He's so quick on the draw. Barely cleared leather, and he will find that kill. Looking for a little bit more. The high flick up to just one-man army the round. Oh, my goodness. The brick wall on B. There's no getting through this, man.
Oh, juicy from Jambo. He wants the ace as well. Give it to him. XSC's the last man. He'll get that shot. As he finds Fear. Did he find that fully through the smoke as well? It looked like Fear was completely inside of it, so that might have been a bit of a fortunate shot. But again, second time we've seen XSC's called upon in a 1 versus 5. First time out, didn't even get 1 kill. This time, gets the first. Blame spotted. He's tagged and then dropped again. So, a second put on the board, but it's heroics from Jambo. What a round from the AWPer. I mean, it was sort of a slam dunk pickup when you go for something like Jambo. His career last year was the kind of uptick, the uprise was monumental. And it's moments like this. This last shot, by the way, what a flick to find. Whew. Beautiful, beautiful.
There's not much controversy going on when you're in this 1.5 as Fnatic are, you know, trying to rebuild the past couple of years. Jambo gets picked up and everyone just kind of responded. They were like, yep.
This is good.
Great pickup. There's not really like an argument around, ooh, I don't know, they maybe could have got this guy or Jambo's got an issue with this, etc., etc. I think if he'd gone to a higher up team, maybe, but for a team like Fnatic, it's just such a perfect find.
Yeah, agreed. Quick on the flank. XSC will fall as Blamed already pushed top of car. Boost up here, but a molly doesn't spread. Oh, it actually doesn't go deep enough, but Maka will still lose his head. So they know there's another player who Jambo will find. It's all on the shoulders of Lucky. A Tech-9 and a dream that falls short. Crims will close with the defuse as well. But, if we're being honest, could have been a different case. But either way, Bomb a couple of kills. You don't mind that. Money to work with in towards the final round of the half. Fnatic are at least having some building blocks here, but we still need more.
Yeah, one more and we're like, okay, that's a fair enough recovery, but if it stays at 3, it's not really going to be enough to get us excited. Crims getting excitable, finds them both. Lovely transfer. Makes it look easy. We'll survive very low, but, you know, you see all this damage that's been done as well to the rest of the Frenchmen. It really doesn't look too good, to say the least. They try and make something happen in Banana, and it doesn't. Tiny bit of nade damage, not going to make enough of a difference. We need some wildness to go their way.
You know Chikasmo's short, you just heard him shoot.
Yeah. Little bits of info being picked up, but a rotation around from one of the B players, I think, going to make it hard for this bomb to get in. However, maybe if they pivot back towards B, there is a chance over there.
They've got time, you know, 40 seconds. Smoke back in towards mid. Another smoke picked up by Maka as well. Only one towards B. All on the shoulders of Fear. He's not done too bad so far. 7 and 8 out the gates, but he's not super healthy.
Yeah, it has to be perfect here from him, really. Good angle for it. He is going to get smoked off. Yeah, I was going to say, that seems to have maybe not hit in the way that they would have wanted, so he's not in a bad spot. He gets a flash in, goes ahead of it as well, and will find the kills. They were not expecting him there at all. Coffin smoke fails out. I was thinking Cadian myself.
Boo. Flame.
Oh.
P250, these dualies up close is the thing that really worries me, because Crims is going to be clipped by the hands of Gravity. The second pair of dualies of Lucky, and Nexus sees also fall. They've got to realize there's actually still 2 more players towards A. Yeah, I think now they definitely do. That's Gravity, the Apps player, who's seen off. Maka trying to prioritize picking up the dualies nearly at the cost of his life. There's 1 player towards B. Fnatic now realizes, and Blame's going to be left here to lurk, but dualies up close are difficult to deal with, and Gravity gets another. Oh, Fnatic just a little too isolated as they head back towards B, but Maka's joined. He's rotated over, so Body's not alone in this venture. He's also got a kid as well. If Body can just stay alive, he can buy time. They're going to try and plant in the smoke. They don't even think about the possibility of there being Body backside, and Maka will swing through the smoke. Textbook from 3D Max, the individual step up. It's Gravity who leads by example with a 3-piece. Great round, all in all.
Yeah, been pretty quiet, but he'll take an impactful pistol for sure. Difficult for Fnatic. I think there was space created by Jacasmo, but they don't really do anything with it. And yeah, I mean, 40 seconds left on the clock. They're not really together. I think you got to clear things a little bit there. And I think they were really...
3D Max, to be fair.
Yeah, this is true. Both teams really banking on the banana control, right? And
there's got to be a couple of smokes towards B, surely.
A bit later, you would assume so. Jacasmo, I think, quickly boosted up there to find that kill, but they're not necessarily dedicating to it. They've still got bits of control towards brackets, or at the very least, like, information. Maybe control with a small C. Ooh, that's awkward for Gravity. Gonna have to drop back after the sound cue. Meanwhile, Maka goes down. This is a kind of all over the place round. The bomb is actually going towards B. There's a crunch in there. Gravity was trying to help out on A, but little does he know, they were after him the whole time. Nicely done here from Fnatic to just crunch in like that. Everybody plays their part very, very well.
Yeah, agreed. It's actually a really decent mid-round there, called by Fear. Kind of pulling them back towards B. That split through Archers does very, very well. You take CT control, and from there... And it's not a bad performance. I mean, basically, everybody towards Fnatic is stepping up in some way. There's no gaps in terms of the numbers department. They are just being outplayed in terms of... We spoke about this on the T side, the pack mentality even 3D Max. Really difficult to find. And so far on the CT side, they're trying to find ways to make life uncomfortable. But Maka, this is what we spoke about. He's a lot freer on this CT side. He roams around the map, this time playing out through the early B based on spawns. A double stack in towards apartments. Fnatic are going to get short control. That itself is good, but if they overlook the possibility of there being 2 here, this could be rough. They don't though, Crims. Good due diligence as he doubles back to check. The AWP of Maka for 1. Does he expect the second up close as well? Jambo could be the one to punish. He's tucked in towards his corner. Maka holding and finding. Jambo had to get that kill, and the round swings back in favor of the French.
It's playing so far back.
Yeah. I like this play, though. In a spot like this, play the numbers, right? Even if he gets smoked out, just wait, hold for that rotation to come through. I don't actually really hate it.
It's not an awful idea, but for me, we've got the AWP here. We've got no flashes remaining. They're so far away on this rotation as well. I mean, they are going to... Oh, man. And they went down mid and then bailed. So there's a lot of time bought here for Fnatic, actually. There will be a couple smokes retrieved, but I don't know how I feel about this one. To be honest with you, the numbers are good, but they are easily thinned. Unfortunately, if you go for it, you've got to find success. It's all going to be on Fear, but he's right on the edge of this smoke. They are watching for him, nearly gets away with it, but not quite, and 3D Max will mount the retake. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to point out something.
They've got such good individuals. Demon's been looking so clean. Maybe not as much this tournament, but in general, 4FUT. And Longs, what a pickup, right? I mean, it was a guy who I think had lost a lot of stock. He was obviously considered this wonder kid back in the day, coming through Sprout, but things didn't pan out for him in the few opportunities he got towards the top. That's back to his best. Exorcist, it spam balls through the wall. Oh my god. A super labored fight that somehow Exorcist comes out on top of. He's left reeling though.
Oh, good timing from Gravity. Nade will finish off Exorcist. 4 on 3. Fnatic trying to pick up the pace towards B as they indeed maybe figure out that it's a heavier A lean at the moment, but now that we look at it, the rotation's pretty quick from Gravity. Can't put a stop to them getting into the site, but when it comes to that bomb plant, there is a fair chance for 3D Max. They've got good info. They can sort of keep them at bay.
They're saving.
Maybe. I think they're looking to go fast down Banana. There's some weirdness going on.
Leaving it late if they are.
Retake calls. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they are going though. It looks like they are going pretty thick and fast, but still, can't stop, guys. Can't stop to check your angles. You're gonna have to just keep on going and hope for the best here. Fear with one well-placed flashbang might just have done enough to buy the time. Is there enough to get this defuse in? I think just about. It's awfully close. Doesn't quite tick over to the white, but all the same, that is very much on the edge. 3D Max.
Credit where it's due. 12-5, a lightning fast first map. If things continue at this pace, it's a last hurrah of a buy, and Maka will open things up, and he just about gets out alive. A lucky man. Jacasmo drops, and yeah, it's a buy coming through for Fnatic, but if you break it down, it's not a great buy. We're talking about 2 AKs and 2 Khalils left to work with, and barely any util. They got 4 smokes, no flashes.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to take raw fights coming through. The chances of winning this round get slimmer and slimmer by the second. And there's still full belts to work with over for 3D Max. I can't really see a way this falls flat unless somebody completely takes over. We need like another Jambo 4K round again if they want a chance of finding this one. They're going to go back towards A, and there's 3 players on 3D Max ready to meet them.
Yeah, it's a very good point. The team at large struggling to find the impact. Maka.
Easy. Where's that flash, right? That's where you need a flash. Yeah. Push him off that angle. Force him back in towards the site. You try peeking an AWP on an angle, you're going to lose that every day of the week, especially this Maka at the moment who is looking at 19 and 10.
Very simple indeed. They walk into his crosshair. He will deliver. We do have Jambo going on an adventure over in the library, and he's got the bomb. So they're going to need him to get involved over here and maybe make something happen. Small distraction comes in at the balcony, but Maka is trained. He knows what's up, and he's going to drop that bomb with only 20 seconds left. It doesn't matter all too much as Exorcist cleans it up. 13-5, mincemeat made of Fnatic.
Well, it seems that Fnatic certainly felt the gravity of the situation on Inferno. 3D Max coming out on top.
What's new here today? The Slack, trash, yeah, like always. What? Holy shit! Whoa! What? Where am I?
Do you want to try?
Yes, I do.
Don't think. Come on.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
It is going to be tough, though. We've seen a pretty dire indictment of their game, unfortunately, against 3D Max, just getting picked apart, and only a very small streak at the end of that first half. Julies working their way in. 4 guns in total, so it might just be a direct 2-on-2, but maybe 3D Max have got enough weaponry to work with here. Nice little smoke, but maybe not where you wanted to lay that smoke down. Again, panicked and nervy, not happy to take the fight. Some nice finds on the B bomb site itself here as they will get that bomb down. Blame F. Looking to be the hero on this P250. Creeping forwards as well. Confident to take the fight, or gaining a lot of space. They've not really considered him. Lucky does check it, thankfully. And the Julies again start spamming away, so it is just going to be Fear here. He's left on 50 HP. Disconnecting from Gravity is certainly awkward. Maybe a crash in the middle of the round. Fear, though, is banking on the tap, and it isn't. It's a full-on hold. He's just not going to be able to stop this at all. He got in behind. It would have been perfect, but he did not bank on the hold. And 3D Max, despite some unfortunate mishaps, just hanging around here in the brown halls. They will eventually make a move forward. Small flash. Oh. See, but if that's a Tech 9, that's a kill, and suddenly we get excited about the round. But it is just a chunk of damage. Does force him away, I suppose. Here we go, though, trying to overwhelm towards ramp, and I'm sure they are like, what the hell is this AK doing here? And Fear has taken matters into his own hands. Oh, my goodness. The rest of the team, can they hold it? It's Maka in the 1 versus 3 here. He's not too unfamiliar with these types of clutches and headshots himself on this very bomb site, but he cannot keep it together. The panic, the lack of information. Late round moves and pivots from them over there, and they just look very disjointed, very awkward, very mistimed, but that wasn't the case in the round just gone. So looking good and feeling good. Maka is a bit too effective on that XM10. Goes barreling forwards, very close there for Jambo. Nearly did go down, and that could have been... Ooh,
hang on.
Weaponry recovered. Oh my goodness. Oh, he still gets away with both, though. I thought the timing of the spin around was crazy. Body's gonna fall, and Jambo super, super low. 2 kills that he really should never have gotten away with. And by the skin...
Utal over towards main, and that's just to stop the initial push out. Gravity hears these steps, but he loses the fight. Jacasmo, big swing, big find.
Not a good sign if fights like that are swinging back in favor of Fnatic here on train, right? That felt like a really...
Yeah, Gravity's fallen, but not going to count 3D Max out of this round just yet. Just one player caught on the extremities is going to make this hold a little easier. And Ecstasies, this angle's always quite difficult to deal with. I look towards Maka. He had real decent moments. Body should have been hurt there. Crimsby spotted, but he loses the fight. That's twice now that 3D Max have had the angle, but they've lost the fight. And that's going to get costly. Still at the numbers disadvantage. But 20 seconds, we've got to make a decision here. They're coming back towards the A site. Maka's here with the orb. They double back towards B. And this angle from Body is so hard to clear. And especially this late in the round. Body for 2. Lucky sees the last and Blame with it all to do. 9 seconds and no chance. That'll be 3D Max surviving what was Upper Brown control taken. Fnatic are leaving things late. We saw how that worked out for them last round. And it feels like they're pretty understood about where they're going now. Good molly.
Body blinded up. Might work in his favor, though. They're not going to expect him. It's the player from heaven that makes sure he is dealt with. Still looks decent. Gravity rolling in. Will manage to find the kill on towards Fear. Bomb has yet to be planted, so not super comfortable for that. They're expecting kind of a lurk play out towards A. They are going to get it. Unfortunately, not quite in the position they were expecting. So Maka, because of that, is very, 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 very late.
Yeah.
And the fights are isolated easily. Still, another thing that could work in his favor, the element of surprise comes back around for the AWP here. He's not feeling too confident for it, though, by the looks of things. This is a soft save, we might say. If a kill comes his way, he'll give it a go. But a kill... Will, but too late.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if he'd only had a little look around sooner.
Yeah, if you maybe say posted towards that angle, he could have got Crims. And it's giving Fnatic the opportunity to bridge quite the gap at the moment. Jacasmo, a contact play for 1. Looks for 2, can't quite get it. But it's an important kill to drop Maka early in this round.
Gravity looking for a bit more. Again, Fnatic just waiting, playing more patiently as they will spread out here. Spread out pretty massively as well, so going to take some time to get together. Will there be this sort of lurk? The lurker maybe changes once in a while. It's been Crim's a fair amount, but Jambo in the previous round. So keeping them guessing for sure. Lucky on an AWP of his own. Yeah, this makes it a bit awkward. Fear had gone digging and perhaps into the Lion's Den by himself. Not the wisest move. Man advantage, 3D Max.
They're isolated, right? This is the kind of the issue now for Fnatic. They're not together. I mean, when they've found these rounds previously, it's because they are sticking together, they're trading well and giving themselves space to work in towards the site, but they're attacking from 3 different spots here. They've got to win raw 50-50s. I mean, always, this angle is so difficult to clear. You've got to spend a lot of time looking that way. Uh-oh, nice find. But gravity or trade, so it keeps the numbers there. Crims needs to clear, and he does. What a shot from him. He had to nail that one towards gravity, which he does. So bomb goes down with just enough time. 2 versus 2, and a difficult retake, but Lucky hits the shot, catches Jambo on the transition, and now Crims is doubting himself. Where are they coming from? It's a timing play, and it's one in which he might lose. Bodies in towards Pop, and he gets caught by him. It was so difficult for Crims here. That smoke in towards Connector, it completely drags all of his attention there. He tunnel visioned into it, thinking there's somebody lurking behind, which XSC needs to be careful. Not exactly gone quiet about this. He's taking a step. So Crims knows he's somewhere nearby. Oh yeah, he spotted him. That's a hard shot to hit. Yeah, it's a big ask from him. He doesn't give himself a lot of room for error. Speaking of errors, Jambo's jumping up on towards the ladder, and that's where Gravity finds a freebie.
Yeah, big kills. I mean, a lot of information just gives you the confidence to go for those moves, right? Maka, which is not a lot.
No.
I don't know much, but I know that. We'll see what they're able to find here.
I like the approach.
Molotov is perfectly timed there on the ramp, by the way.
Yeah, I do really like this approach by FreeMax. This is very standoffish, despite being with 5 alive, but they want to try and catch them a little bit off guard, which they do. The difficult angle of body to clear, but it's all really being done by Lucky there from Connector. Takes a fight, unpeaks, wait for somebody else to get the information that they have scaled forward, and then he can reface. So you'd probably make the back. I mean, they're 3 for 3 from pistols, so you'd probably expect them to come in towards that T-side one and also take that. And at that point, they can start bridging a serious gap. I love the tempo changer. They're sending Blame out early, and Blame's getting a lot of information, space, and kills as he gets 2. The third is round this corner, and Gravity gets clipped. Blame, a one-man army. Oh, and he's going for all. Finds the 4th, and it's all on the shoulders of Maka. Blame has taken this round by the reins, and 3D Max are just stunned by the sheer audacity of that push.
Yeah, this is what he does from time to time. An explosive round from the biceps himself. Down goes Maka. And Fnatic, exactly what they needed. Just...
That's a bit of prime Blame F right there, right? Give him the freedom. Sort of takes the round in a sense of saying, let me do my thing. I'll win it for us. And well, he does. Jambo, full blind, finds Gravity. Bit of fortune favoring him. The MP9 trying to swing, and Jambo goes for 2. Uh-oh, 3D Max are feeding a little bit, and Jambo is cooking on gas. Okay, Blame has a round, and Jambo says, I'll do you one better with the AWP.
Everybody getting involved now. We'll see. Never over until it's over, and Body's not in a bad spot to try and slow them down. Ecstasy's meanwhile is on the secondary AWP lurk, which is kind of an insane sentence to say in the game of Counter-Strike. We'll see if he's able to get anything done with it. They're not expecting him. But it's like, this is where you want an M4.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you fire one, they're going to know about him. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Nah, not ready for Blame. Not ready for Blame. So all going to be down to Body here, who couldn't really help his teammate out to get anything done. Not going to happen. And a trading of rounds. Blame F's like, right, I got one. And Jammer's like, watch me. I got one too.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
What makes them tick on this map? As the first time this series where 3D Max really do look a little bit stunned. Jambo could be a shooting gallery downrange. USP can't quite connect, and they're going to continue putting pressure on, but they're running straight in towards the gauntlet, and Jambo will take these fights, and he takes them with ease. Oh, Jambo! Another masterful multi-kill from the AWP, but he does it with the USP. Flame gets in on the action, and Jacasmo, the last man. Information gained on where Maka is, but a 1v5, no chance in hell. Fnatic, what a way to start off the second half on your map pick.
Within a series as well, right? The high highs and the low lows. They often have these 3-map series where there'll be like a really close map, but generally speaking, there's a trading of maps. There's some low-scoring maps from them as well, as it were. So could be another case here. They might get a taste of their own medicine.
The Eagles
I'm not losing my mind.
Not a lot of util for Fnatic, for 3D Max, may I say. So There's their only flash expended to get Upper Brown Hall's control. Now they got 2 smokes for the remainder of this round. Crims for 1. Can't get the second, but deals enough damage that it feels like it's more or less a second kill by proxy, and Blame doesn't even realize he's got another kill there. They were both so low that the second straight bullet connects. That's the round already. Another quad kill for Blame. 19-4, by the way. Information gain, though, so the fact that he stays alive is super important. He can now just stay posted if he really wants. I think when you're this low, though, you actually want to be far enough away that you can't just be run down on. Blame will fall through the smoke, but so will Fear. First round in a long time where things have just gone well for 3D Max initially.
Crims on the reaggress.
Oh.
Might just have hammered it home, to be honest. I think it will be a save for these remaining 2 players, particularly because the bomb seems set to go B, he says, and then, of course, it starts to pivot A. So thanks for that, guys. But either way, just not really looking too good for Fnatic here.
The double stacked, so maybe a chance, but I mean, there's so much that has to be done by Jacasmo. Gotta say, Jacasmo on the T side, you know, I was a little bit worried when you speak about Fnatic's T sides because Cypher did a lot of the heavy lifting in the early rounds, but Jacasmo has been taking up the reins. He was 4-1 on opening duels in that first half, so he is giving a lot of space to work with. Fortunately, this is a bit of a nothing round. Easy kills that come through. When the opening double happened, I think especially, you know, Blame falls through the smoke. Nothing really that can be had. You don't want to overhunt here either for 3D Max. They don't have loads of residual cash. If being honest, they have kind of next to none. Jacasmo's been heard, but Jacasmo gets the shot. Now we are getting to the realms of this being considered kind of expensive. Gravity should be able to get 1. I say that.
He better.
Actually, it's not even worth peeking, honestly. Yeah, I think it's a smart call for him. Just stay alive. We now know in the gun rounds the pace they like to set. Try and test it. It's a great little flash combo and an opener as body or fall. And unfortunately, Gravity just couldn't do anything in terms of a trade. Now they've lost all of this control.
Yeah, no trade out, and unfortunately he goes back in for it as well, and it does go south. So Fnatic in a very good position here, 5-on-3. Easily should be converted. 3D Max, a little excitable after winning their first round in a little while. Oh, Exorcise, the timing was there. He's ready for the side player. It's the up-close Jacasmo that causes him problems. Didn't look good for a moment there. Meanwhile, over in the Brown Halls, there's a fight going down. Jacasmo with an advanced position. They've got to be expecting him here. Oh, and they're not. They will take the main player. Jacasmo doesn't want to reveal himself, and 3D Max speed up.
Yeah.
Ah, that is so awkward. He might still come into play a little bit later on in the round, however. They're really not considering him here. Again, though, misses the mark. It just takes one little check. Not going to happen. They never, ever considered him, and Jacasmo eventually finds the round.
Yeah, patience pays off. Like, you know, we're speaking about that round there. Pop flashing towards Upper Brown. They take that control and they stick around. Jambo holds down the fort. Make sure there's no way they can reclaim that space. It's relentless pressure by Fnatic. Fighting fire with fire. Gravity, where are we looking? Huge gap on the smoke and an easy 1. Jambo gets unfortunate not to get the second, but he gets away.
Blame F. Trained up, good position here, runs out of ammo, unfortunately, in that A1S, so Exorcise has played the 1v1 well, but it is, of course, a clean trade out there for the CT side. Fear has just missed this timing on the Bomb Dog player, coming through the smoke, a labored spray down, but Body gets it done. Meanwhile, Jacasmo also left guessing who else has slipped through the net. He didn't know where to look, and they've actually managed to pull the numbers back. So 3D Max, it's pretty tight stuff, but they will get an advantage. Definitely not over quite yet. There's not loads of money here for Fnatic, so I think they are opting to play it safe. No kill presents. They will save.
Fnatic can respond. We need to see, if we want any chance of maybe building and opening the door to the narrative of a recovery, 3D Max needs to be getting like 3 rounds in a row to really put pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely. No timeouts remain for Fnatic as well, so just going to have to play it by ear. Have that confidence. Gravity's made his way out. The bullets are close. It's a wild spray down through that smoke. Maybe if he'd committed to one of those angles, he might have been able to find it. Oh my. Jambo,
Did he?
it might have shown up on the minimap.
Yeah.
It must have done. You definitely didn't see it, but there was enough of an elbow there. It's one of those when you're sort of spinning your screen too fast, it can kind of blend in.
Who resides close to old. It's always a difficult angle to clear this as well, because you don't want to hard swing this left-hand side because you're so exposed to the site itself. There's one, but there's the site player, and that's what we spoke about. That double stack of fear and blame is so hard to break down. The nade that'll just tick over Jambo. Oh my. I'm going to say, stuck around in the flames a little too long. There's a lot of damage. And Lucky given the chance here to 1 versus 2. Jambo posted, but Jambo is so strong at the moment. This guy continues to be on such immaculate form.
Seemingly implausible for this team. Not the worst buy in the world here. Lots of utility, so a few Tech 9s on the sacrificial buys, as it were.
Nice
Jacasmo also now looking for a round of his own. Fear will get involved as well, so everybody seemingly capable of control here. 3D Max have only got 2 players left. It's just not looking good at all. The Frenchman falling flat here on train. We expected it to be a little closer than this.
Yeah.
And now third map, somewhat up in the air. Fnatic on the tail end of this veto feel pretty damn happy. We're absolutely going to need that third map. Fnatic with a keen turnaround on train.
A turnaround indeed. That was the Jambo and Blame F.
Yes, hoping for something that's a little closer down to the wire. We did have tastes of it on train as they started off pretty close, but the second half, anything but. Very fast from 3D Max out long. They will make their presence known quite quickly. So this could be a bloodbath. You've got to be careful on the CT side that you don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, I think they're way further ahead than you're expecting here, folks. And indeed, not the best of starts for the CT side. There's a lurk on the lurk out towards long there, but the kills are still just coming in thick and fast towards the site itself. It looks very, very, very good for 3D Max. Exorcist is going to hammer it home. Oh. Jacasmo on the USP, though, out of nowhere. He's doing it again as he lands all these flicks. He's just so clinical on the USP, but it isn't enough. Anybody else gonna help me out, he says.
This is now the true indicator, right? This is that test that we always have to talk about. The first buy! Oh, Maka! You naughty man. What a shot that is, Jacasmo. We'll see you next round. He's clipped through the door. Not the start that the Fnatic wanted in towards their first buy. It is a... Oh, that's such a good shot. But there is responses here. A quick trailer will come through from Body. More bodies, though, round the corner. And Gravity keeps the numbers in favor of 3D Max. This is chaos to start.
Pressing the attack, 3D Max will not let up. Blood in the water, the Sharks are circling. Crims cannot make it work. The spray doesn't work for him. The
leg spotted.
Makus like picks up a kill. He's immediately turned around. He's breaking his smoke. He wants more. Like, there's just no slowing down. Bouncing off of the walls right now. Not quite onto Fear, but he's certainly, it feels like, done enough. You know, going to confirm the save, confirm the location. Damage done. Fear has to back off.
You should hunt here. You've got so much money. You've got really nothing to lose. You can buy for a couple of rounds to come, and you know that Fnatic can't. So the hunt's absolutely the right call. Well done by Lucky at the end there. But yeah, that is a relentless round again.
Oh, man. Jambo.
Right, Ecstasies, you've got one, mate. Second time.
Oh, the flash is good. The flash is good. The molly not so much needed. Maka gonna find a kill, but he gets returned on. Still making noise over there, and it's confusing, isn't it? You can see what happens on the minimap.
It's drawing them away.
Because it's an AWP, I think.
Yeah.
And you generally expect there to be a lot more presence alongside that AWP. So we're going to see Fear's on a good angle here to maybe hold them at bay. He does have support from Blame as well, who goes completely overlooked. 3D Max not quite as aware as they usually are. And the round never really gets going. And there's no heroics from Body. Fnatic, very strangely, on the board. This is looking dangerous. 3D Max still wanting to commit to the idea. They've got a small change up this round, and that's Exorcist out through middle. What can he get away with in towards CT? They're just kind of waiting for him to activate, I think, but he's a little tentative to get going. Actually wants to be... Oh, awkward. Gets shot in the back, and Jacasmo will finish him off. He wanted to be a later round player. However, it's enough of a distraction that it might have created the space that they need. Body gets off the bomb to thin the numbers further. Really solid awareness to do that. Crimson Fear now the only two that remain. Fear with good control in at long. Crimson's got a kit as well. A missed AWP shot could be everything here. Another one spotted in towards Gandalf, and Fear is not missing. It's all going to be down to Lucky. Can he find the headshots? He's so close. He's millimeters away, but it's not enough to stop Fear. A huge round coming in.
Without it being the body, but Fear, don't want you moving. Oh my God, he actually, he's got to stay tucked there. You commit one way or the other, but now he's got to take a raw 50-50, and it's one in which he loses. Damn, that could cost Fnatic the round now. Numbers go in favor of 3D Max, and they're starting to run their way forward. Body will clear, but he's a human flashbang. It just sees, as long as he trades, this is fine, but he doesn't. Blame gets 2. Maka's AWP will trade, and the Molly will keep Crims at bay. He's all that's left, and he's now known. And I think when you look back at this round, as much as Fear has won them a lot of rounds, he's lost them that one. If he stays tucked, he gets at least 1, if not 2 from that spot. It's an angle that you can only use once in a half.
They're able to reinvest back into it. 3D Max will hold on to their lead here. A big round for the life cycle of this first half. 3D Max have got potential. Jambo, though, quick with the AWP. Nice flash out from Fear. So good responses, good reactionary play from Fnatic to really set this round up if they play their cards correctly. Jambo dynamic on the AWP as he keeps it moving, keeps the frags coming. Lovely and confident, can't get the flick, but he will survive as Exorcist misses the shot. Takes one with him into the grave, but not going to be enough. Fnatic, nigh on flawless there. Kind of wants to get involved. Some utility down of his own. It's going to be a B hit, pretty straight up. B hit, but this is what happens, man. If you get red and you line up as you kind of have to in the tunnel, there's not a lot of room over there. And it will just be a complete capitulation of that final round. Fnatic even things up, and so they kind of smoke it off, but also want to take the fight. So an interesting approach from the CT side. Will keep them at bay towards long. Meanwhile, yeah, ahead of things here. Could have been deadly there. Not a bad idea. The flash and the pick. Beautiful from Body. The boost coming in. It has been red, but unfortunately the Glock unable to find the headshot. 3D Max have an advantage. Fnatic have no control for that trade-off. And they are being red. They are being corralled here. The kills keep coming for 3D Max. And that's the bomb, actually. So a lot of information traded in order to get that back. The Julies are out and not ready for the last man. This is Jacasmo as well. You've got to... Oh, be careful. Unfortunately, there was someone a bit closer than he was expecting. He's left incredibly low. He's good on the pistols, man. Yeah. Just doesn't have the HP here.
He's having a good game, Jacasmo.
It sometimes can just be the MO of a team on Dust 2 is, you know, smoke off mid. There's so many different variations of that door smoke now. Ooh. And then just go for the short control. Look, he takes a lot of damage. I was going to say, there's going to be some nades on the way to him. He'd prep for them. It's a nice smoke here. He loses his teammate, unfortunately. So Fnatic in a good position to firm this up, to get this bomb plant there. They're far too smart for that. Lucky will reveal his location. Down he goes. And the Frenchman can't do anything to break back into 8.
That's really well done. Good due diligence as well. The tap and the face, the weights, right? See what the reaction's looking like. They knew they had the numbers, and they knew they also had the information. There's somebody else here. Where is he, though? He's alone in this endeavor. We're sort of only asking for him to go 1 for 1. But on towards train, Jacasmo was good on the entries, and we call upon him once again. But he overlooks the close angle. 1. The bomb on the back of Fear, also falling to the ground as Jambo looks to swing, and he'll follow them. 6 feet under. Exorcist. A clinic out towards long to shut down any conversation about taking control towards A. Blame is here, but does he expect him up close towards this barrel? He might not. Now he does, but can he win the fight? He gets the first. And he spun down through the smoke. Much, much better from 3D Max, but it's all off the heroics of one man. Exorcist, a masterful round.
Really well played. I mean, this is kind of what 3D Max do as well. I think Maui pointed it out a bit on the desk. They don't shy away from fights as much as maybe sometimes you might argue they should, but in a situation like that.
2-round buffer that 3D Max build back up. and they put so much pressure here. The MP9 up close, gets one. XCC to swing, and he finds it. And he also gets the luxury of falling away. If Fnatic lose this round, their econ is shattered. They have to recover this.
Gonna try via long, I suppose. It's the only area that they've really got control of. They sacrificed a lot to get here. Interesting move from 3D Max. They actually pull, like, everyone away to try and get mid control, or did they think it was going to be B? I suppose it is the former. However, team kill. But Blame makes that happen. Exorcist is here, close.
The HP.
Give your life away. He really wants to. He's right around the edge of the smoke. He's lost his teammate. It's just not quite enough. Chikazmo makes quick work of him. Fnatic stay hot on the heels. Little bit of damage done onto Jambo. Replenishment of smokes here. Meanwhile, we've had some trickle out towards short to try and make something happen. Maka on the AWP is the last person you wanted to see. So a keen start for 3D Max. They might be able to do something with. There's a fair amount of utility for Fnatic to give a reaggress elsewhere. Meanwhile, the two-man out long...
What a play.
Is wild. They could get away with absolute murder here. This could be the round, or the timing of it all, though, and it's the 5-7 to lead the charge.
Oh, no.
The M4 needed to be at the front. He's banged his mouse, and it's given them away. There's a trade there, but it's all, for me, down to gravity on the site. He keeps them coming, and with the pistol, he shall not fall.
Gravity, what a player. What a round coming through from the youngster. And Maka will open things up once again. Fnatic, they're starting to be pulled apart at the seams. Like we said, that was a swing round. Fnatic have run dry in the finances. They've got a hero AK for Jambo, and that is as good as it gets. They've also gone for the force. It's a bold call by Fear here. To force by here. This is potentially map on the line. They've got to make this one stick. Crim hits the shot. So does Jambo. Not going to count them out just yet, but the Deagle's starting to miss. Where are those 50 cal bullets going?
Oh, I thought he was maybe going to drop down, but he's given the space. And the thing I had in my head when you see this buy come in, it's like you have to get the plant here. Yeah. You have to get the plant at the very least. Otherwise, you will have a tough ride of it, and it's perhaps, you know, force buying into oblivion or until you win. The plant does come in, that will ease things moving forwards, but there's certainly a chance for them to actually steal this round away. Recovered weapons. Fear with no armor, so we look to Crims. We look to Crims for Fnatic. Who else would it be? His head lost immediately, which is not the best look. Fear, then. His call, his idea! And they're not considering him at all! He goes completely overlooked, and it's as easy as it comes in the 1 versus 3. Slow round here. As Fnatic, although they do have the upper hand in terms of the weaponry and the expenditure, they seem to be weary. They maybe don't have a full track of what this round looks like in terms of the buy. Blame F alone. Dry. Goodness me, with the round and maybe the game in his hands, will find the kill. Oh, man.
They're contacting up long.
It's been heard.
Short master, yeah. Jambo, hang on. MP9 gets a dink, gets a kill. Still a little bit of life left in the round. Where we looking Blame? He's just turning around. Oh my god, they're trying to fight the MP9. Oh, what's the decision? Look at the time.
After him.
5 seconds, they're chasing, and down he goes. What is happening in this game of Counter-Strike? Somehow, some way, 3D Max have salvaged this round and walked away with an 11th. This is the craziest game of Counter-Strike we've had so far, and in full buy, but as full as it gets for Fnatic is just upgraded pistols. Let's see what they can do. I'm not going to discount them. There's been so much carnage here, but it's Maka again on the opener. On this CT side, Maka's been so consistent with these opening kills, and that could be slowly knocking the final nails into the coffin for Fnatic.
They have nothing to deal with this car player. Smoke comes in, Fear pushes through, Maka will spot out, in strikes Exorcist. And surely that is the killing blow. Jambo in at middle, down he goes, and 3D Max will take it, locking themselves in. What an absolutely mental finish to that Dust 2. Back to the desk.